Hello everyone. Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the session on UPSC EPFO EO and APFC previous year question series. Okay, so in this particular video we are going to discuss about the questions that came in 2023 examination and 2021 examination of both EO as well as APFC. Okay, so accounts and auditing related questions I'll be discussing here. Even if you are giving PFRDA, even if you are giving SEBI general, you can definitely watch this session as well, right? Helpful for you as well. At least those topics that are there in the SEBI and PFRDA topics as well, in the syllabus as well, you can also watch. So ideally it is for UPSC candidates who are giving EPFO examination. Okay, so beneficial for all the students if your syllabus is having accounts or auditing. So let's start, guys. Good afternoon to all. So the agenda for today's classes, we will be discussing anywhere around 30 to 33 questions of accounts and auditing. Okay, let's start. The first question for today: which of the following is included in the cost of inventory according to the accounting standard 2? So this question is from AS2, most important accounting standard for the EPFO candidates. Most important. Administrative overheads that do not contribute to bringing the inventory to the present location and condition. Option A. Option B. Storage cost which are necessary in the production process prior to further production stage. Option C. Selling and distribution expense. Option D. Duties and taxes paid on purchases subsequently recoverable by the enterprise from tax authorities. So we need to identify the statement which will be included. We need to identify the element which will be included in the cost of inventory valuation. So any idea, guys? Any idea about this? Which element will be included in the cost of inventory as per accounting standard 2? The first one is administrative overhead that do not contribute to bringing, if they are not at all contributing in bringing the inventory to the present location and condition, obviously this won't be the answer. Option A is not correct. Option B, storage cost which are necessary in the production process. These are necessary in the production process prior to further production stage. Let's suppose I'm producing a bottle of wine. Say for example, I'm producing a bottle of wine. Now in order to produce this wine, I need to store it for at least 12 months. So this storage cost is an essential part of the production process, or I can say it is a necessary part of the production process. So definitely this will be included. Generally, storage cost is not included in the valuation of inventory. However, here it is a necessary part of the production process. It is essential for the production process. Otherwise, I cannot produce this wine, because wine and other alcoholic liquor for human consumption, these things require the bare minimum storage period, right? These things require the bare minimum storage period. So here option B will be the correct choice. I need to store wine in order to make it fit for consumption, right? So this will be included in the cost of inventory. Selling and distribution cost we never include. Duties and taxes that are recoverable. If it is recoverable, then why you are adding it, right? If it is recoverable later on, then I won't be adding it in my cost. So here option B will be correct. Okay, option B will be correct. Which of the following information, the following information is related to a club? Okay, so club is a non-profit organization usually. So this question came from NPO, not for profit organization. For the year ended 2022. So the financial year that we are considering here is financial year 2022. Subscription outstanding in 2021, 16,000. Subscription outstanding in the current year 2022, 18,000. Subscription received in advance. So somebody has paid me subscription in advance in the previous year. Subscription received in advance in the current year. There are 70 members. So 70 members are there who will be paying me the annual subscription of 1,000 rupees each. So can I say that my income for the current year is 70,000? My income from subscription will be 70,000. Total subscription received during the year will be what? So the question is asking total subscription received during the year 2022. So we need to compute the amount that you have received in your pocket. Okay, let's do it. First, I'll be analyzing this question for you guys. Subscription outstanding on 2021. So this is outstanding subscription of previous year. Subscription outstanding on 2022. So this is outstanding subscription for the current financial year. Subscription received in advance. This is the advance subscription that we have received in the previous year, right? In the previous year, 2021. Subscription received in advance in 2022. This is the advance that I have received in current financial year. The income and expenditure amount, the income amount will be 70 members. I will be receiving money from 70 members into 1000 rupees. So 70,000 is my income. Now I need to arrive at that how much is the amount that I have received. How much amount I have received. Income not always equal to receipt. Okay, please do remember why, because income is computed on accrual basis. However, receipt is computed on the basis of inflow and outflow of cash. So we need to do certain adjustments here. The first thing is subscription outstanding of the previous year. Now these subscriptions were outstanding in the previous year. पिछले साल मुझे नहीं दिए थे तो obvious सी बात है इस साल मुझे दे दिए होंगे. So add outstanding previous year. Members ने मुझे 16,000 इस बार दे दिए होंगे. So I'm adding it. Subscription outstanding for the current year. इस साल ही outstanding है तो इस साल के तो मिले ही नहीं ना. इस साल के तो मिले ही नहीं तो जो मिला ही नहीं उसको हटा दो. Outstanding current year 18,000. We didn't received in this particular financial year, so I removed it. Then there is subscription received in advance in previous year. Previous year में मिल गए थे. अरे previous year में मिल गए थे तो मिल गए होंगे. हमको तो क्या निकालना है, इस बार कितने मिले, how much you have received in this particular year. Deduct this. Advance previous year 12,000 minus advance received in this year. This particular element I have received in the current year. So I will add it. ये तो इस बार मिला है. The correct answer here will be option A, 67,000. Okay, 67,000 here will be the correct choice. This much I have received in this particular financial year 2022. Okay. Next question. Reporting on fraud is to be made by the auditor or to the central government. So if I'm an auditor and I'm aware of a fraud, let's suppose I'm an auditor of a company and I'm aware of a fraud. So I'll be reporting directly to the central government when the sum involved in the fraud exceeds how much? 20 lakhs, 50 lakhs, 75 lakhs or 1 crore and above. So what do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section your opinion. This is a very famous section, very important section from your Companies Act 2013 related to company audit. If I am the auditor of a company, I am aware of a fraud, I need to report it to the central government immediately if the sum involved in the fraud is how much? किसी को idea कुछ? Any opinion in the comment section, guys? Can you tell me the correct answer here? Any guesses? Correct choice here is option D, 1 crore or above. Okay, 1 crore or above is the amount. The section is 143 subsection 12. You need to remember this section as well for your examination purpose. A credit purchase of machine. So you have purchased a machine on credit. Recorded in the purchase book instead of journal proper is an example of what? So this particular question is from Rectification, right? Rectification. I have purchased a machinery. What should be the journal entry? Ideally, what should be the journal entry? Machinery account debit. I have purchased it on creditor. I have purchased it on credit. So machinery account debit to supplier. This should be the idle general entry. However, my accountant has made this entry in the purchase book. Now what do you mean by that? He has passed the entry purchase account debit to supplier. रूटिंग इट वाया परचेज बुक मींस कि उसने क्या एंट्री कर दी है, परचेज अकाउंट डेबिट टू सप्लायर. लगता है मेरे अकाउंटेंट के बेसिक फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग थोड़े हिले हुए हैं. अरे मशीन परचेज करी भाई, मशीन इज अ फिक्स्ड असेट, मशीन इज अ फिक्स्ड असेट. व्हाई आई विल डेबिट परचेज अकाउंट? I should debit machinery account. So can I say that instead of machinery account he has debited purchase account? What kind of error is this? Can you tell me what kind of error is this? Compensation error, commission error, error of principle, or error of omission? Any opinion? Anyone in the comment section? ये तो बड़ा ही सिंपल है. क्या मैं बोल सकता हूं कि मेरे अकाउंटेंट के प्रिंसिपल्स थोड़े हिले हुए हैं, अकाउंटिंग प्रिंसिपल्स थोड़े हिले हुए हैं. So error of principle is the correct choice. Why? अरे कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर को रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर मान लिया, बेसिक्स ही क्लियर नहीं अकाउंटेंट के. राइट, आई कैन से दैट अकाउंटेंट के बेसिक्स ही क्लियर नहीं है. ओके, यहां तक क्लियर है सबको? आगे चलें. द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ appending the notes regarding contingent liability in the accounting statement is pursuant to which concept or convention? This is from your accounting concepts and convention chapter. Very very important chapter if you are giving the EPFO examination. बहुत important chapter है. What do you mean by contingent liability? What is contingent liability? Can anyone tell me what is contingent liability? Let's suppose Rohit has filed a case on me, a lawsuit on me of 1 crore. So is this my liability? It is still pending in court of law. Is this my liability? No, this is not my liability as of now. This is my contingent liability. It may happen, it may not happen. Right? This is a contingent liability. The happening or non-happening of which is uncertain as of now. अगर सर्टेन हो तो मैं उसको लाइबिलिटी बुक कर लूंगा मेरी बुक्स में. हाउएवर दिस इज नॉट सर्टेन, दैट्स व्हाई आई विल नॉट रिकॉर्ड दिस इन माय बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स. आई विल बी शोइंग इट इन नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स एज एक्सप्लेनेटरी नोट्स. वहां पे मैं सिर्फ एक डिस्क्लोजर दे दूंगा कि रोहित ने मुझ पे 1 करोड़ का केस कर रखा है विच इज स्टिल पेंडिंग इन द कोर्ट ऑफ लॉ. सर आप इसको बैलेंस शीट में क्यों नहीं बताओगे लाइबिलिटी सेक्शन में? अरे भाई अमाउंट ही नहीं पता है. सर पता तो है 1 करोड़ रुपए. अरे अभी कोर्ट डिसाइड करेगा ना, हम कौन होते हैं, हम क्यों जज बन रहे हैं? कोर्ट बताएगा ना कितना अमाउंट है. रोहित तो 50 करोड़ का केस कर देगा तो मैं क्या दे दूंगा क्या? नहीं. द अमाउंट विल डेफिनेटली डिपेंड ऑन द जजमेंट ऑफ लॉ, ऑन द कोर्ट जजमेंट. एज ऑफ नाउ वी डोंट नो द अमाउंट, एग्जैक्ट अमाउंट. दैट्स व्हाई वी डोंट रिकॉर्ड इट इन द बैलेंस शीट बिकॉज एज पर मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट वी ओनली रिकॉर्ड दोज थिंग्स दैट कैन बी मेजर्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी, राइट? Still, I will give a disclosure in the notes to accounts. Still, I will give a disclosure on the notes to accounts. अच्छा, मैंने बहुत बड़ा हिंट दे दिया आंसर का. अब तो बता दो कमेंट सेक्शन में क्या सही आंसर होना चाहिए. ये कोई एग्जाम थोड़ी है, यहाँ पे देयर इज नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग. ठीक है, यहाँ पे सिर्फ आप लोग हो और मैं हूं. आपका ओपिनियन है, गलत भी हो कोई बात नहीं. ठीक है, सो इफ यू आर ट्राइंग दैट इज ओनली थिंग दैट मैटर्स टू मी. ओके, सो कैन एनीवन टेल मी क्या आंसर होना चाहिए? ABCD. ऑप्शन ए कन्वेंशन ऑफ कंसिस्टेंसी, ऑप्शन बी मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट, ऑप्शन सी कन्वेंशन ऑफ कंजर्वेटिज्म, ऑप्शन डी कन्वेंशन ऑफ फुल डिस्क्लोजर. कोई बता सकता है क्या करेक्ट आंसर होना चाहिए इसका? बहुत ही सिंपल है यार, बहुत ही सिंपल है. मैंने क्या कर दिया, नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स में डिस्क्लोज कर दिया. आई हैव डिस्क्लोज दिस थिंग इन माय नोट्स टू अकाउंट. सो कैन आई से दैट कन्वेंशन ऑफ फुल डिस्क्लोजर. सर आप डिस्क्लोज कर ही क्यों रहे हो अगर आप रिकॉर्ड नहीं कर रहे हो? तो यार देखो, अकाउंटिंग में ट्रांसपेरेंसी होनी चाहिए. देयर शुड बी ट्रांसपेरेंसी इन अकाउंटिंग, राइट? सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम फुली डिस्क्लोजिंग इट इन माय नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स. I am fully disclosing it in my notes to accounts. That's the provision. Okay. Next question. Outstanding rent may be classified as what? natural person, representative personal account, real account, or nominal account? Can you guys tell me? This is from the traditional rule of accounting. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, मैक्सिमम क्वेश्चंस आपके आए हैं ट्रेडिशनल कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ अकाउंटिंग से, AS2 से. Any idea? Outstanding rent may be classified as what? Guys, I request you to please be participative. लाइव सेशन का मतलब ही करने का ये होता है कि आप पार्टिसिपेटिव रहो. अगर आप पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करोगे तो ये एज गुड एज रिकॉर्डेड सेशन हो जाएगा. ओके, इट विल बी एज गुड एज अ रिकॉर्डेड सेशन. Even if you don't know the answer, just try to give it a shot. Okay, try to guess the answer. And definitely, if you are having any query, you can always reach out to me. Outstanding rent. The rent is still outstanding. If I talk about rent, it is a nominal account. However, if I talk about outstanding rent, it is a representative personal account. Sir, why it is representative personal account? Because it is representing someone. It is representing someone. Obviously, my landlord. Let's suppose I haven't paid the rent yet. I need to pay the rent to the landlord. So can I say this outstanding rent account is nothing but a representation of my landlord कि तुमको मुझे rent pay करना है. So that's why the correct choice here will be option B. Next is, in a business firm, assets of the business are valued on the basis of their intrinsic value rather than realizable value. This accounting is based on which concept? In business firms, assets of the business are valued on the basis of intrinsic value. Why I am valuing on the basis of intrinsic value rather than realizable value? Because I am a going concern, right? I am a going concern. If I am not a going concern, I would have marked each and everything on the basis of realizable value, not on intrinsic value. Okay. Next question is a numerical question. Here we are having a trial balance for the financial year 2022. Okay, for the financial year 2022, we are having a trial balance. Right? So they have given us the trade receivable. They have given us the trade receivables. Then we are having provision for doubtful debts, which is provision for bad debts only. Then we are having bad debts 40,000. Because bad debts is appearing in the trial balance, this is the trial balance. That means I have already passed the journal entry. The first observation is, if bad debts is appearing in trial balance, that means I have already passed the journal entry for this. That's why bad debts is coming in the trial balance. नहीं तो आता कैसे? ट्रायल बैलेंस में तो वही आएगा जिसकी रिकॉर्डिंग हुई है जर्नल में, जिसकी पोस्टिंग हुई है लेजर में, वही ट्रायल बैलेंस में आएगा. कहने का मतलब इस 25 लाख रुपीस में से ये 40,000 लेस हो चुका है, ट्रायल बैलेंस में आ रहा है. मतलब आई हैव ऑलरेडी डन अ एंट्री ऑफ बैड डेब्ट्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू डेटा. ये ऑलरेडी पास हो चुकी है 40,000 से, मतलब ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स का बैलेंस ऑलरेडी 40,000 से कम चल रहा है. एडिशनल बैड डेब्ट्स, ये एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन में गिवन है. दिस पर्टिकुलर लाइन इज गिवन इन द एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन एंड नॉट इन द ट्रायल बैलेंस. मतलब ये सारी चीजें रिकॉर्ड अभी तक नहीं हुई है. एडिशनल बैड डेब्ट्स ड्यूरिंग द ईयर आर 2 लाख. द फर्म हैज अ पॉलिसी ऑफ मेंटेनिंग अ प्रोविजन फॉर डाउटफुल डेट इक्वल टू 10% ऑफ द ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स. जो भी ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स होंगे उसका 10% आई विल बी मेकिंग प्रोविजन फॉर डाउटफुल डेट्स. the total amount charged to the profit and loss account. What will be the total amount charged to the profit and loss account? What do you think, guys? Any opinion? Any idea about this? The total amount charged to the profit and loss account. Look. So what things I'll be charging to the profit and loss account? The very first thing is this. Why? This is the amount of bad debts. I'll be transferring it to the profit and loss account. What else? Additional bad debts. I need to account for additional bad debts as well. So this is the second thing that I need to transfer to the profit and loss account. So 40,000 and 2 lakh. The first observation. Then we need to create a provision as well. How much provision we need to create, guys? How much provision we need to create? For that we need to compute first the new debtor balance. New debtor balance we need to compute. Let's compute the balance of new debtors. What is the balance of old debtors? 25 lakh. In this I have already deducted 40,000, right? Because it's appearing in the trial balance. That means I have already passed the journal entry. Additional balance of bad debt. Now there are some additional bad debts. There are some additional bad debts worth 2 lakh, right? So can I say that after this 2 lakh new bad debt amount, the new debtor balance will be 23 lakh. On this 23 lakh, I need to maintain a provision of 10%. So 2,30,000 I need to maintain as provision. However, I have already maintained for 1,40,000. I have already made 1,40,000. How much more provision I need to make? 2,30,000 minus 1,40,000. So I will be making 90,000 additional provision, right? मुझे कितना provision चाहिए? 10% of debtor. नए debtor का amount क्या है? 23 lakh. So 23 lakh पे 10% provision चाहिए, मतलब 2,30,000 का. 2,30,000 worth of provision I need. I only have 1,40,000 provision as of now in my trial balance. That means I need to top it up by 90,000. So तीन चीजें P&L account में जाएगी, 40,000, 2 lakh और 90,000. So total of 40,000, 2 lakh and 90,000 will be 3,30,000 here. Option D here will be the correct choice. Okay, option D here will be the correct choice. Next question, a very similar question related to question number 8 only. ट्रायल बैलेंस दे दिया है 2022 का, ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स दे दिए वापस से 2,50,000. प्रोविजन फॉर डिस्काउंट ऑन डेटर, दिस इज अ प्रोविजन. We might give a discount in the near future, so 14,000 का provision I have made. How much discount I have actually given to the debtors? 4,000, right? So this discount is already adjusted in the value of trade receivables. Why? Because this is appearing in the trial balance. So I must have passed a journal entry discount account debit to trade receivables already. Discount account debit to trade receivables, I have already passed a journal entry. Additional discount allowed to the debtors during the year is 20,000. So I need to give 20,000 more discount. और ज्यादा डिस्काउंट देना है. So trade receivables का बैलेंस कितना चल रहा है? 2,50,000. और कितना डिस्काउंट देना है? Additional discount 20,000. So can I say that the new balance will be 2,30,000? This will be my new debtor, new trade receivable balance. Right, this will be my new trade receivable balance, and on that I need to maintain a provision of 10%. On that I need to make a provision of 10%. So 23,000 का provision I need to create. Already I have created a provision of 14,000. So how much I need to top it up? By 9,000. So 14,000 plus 9,000 will be 23,000. That much provision I need. How much amount will be transferred to profit and loss account? Similar question related to provision for bad debts only. The first thing I'll be transferring it to my profit and loss account will be the discount on debtor. Then I'll be transferring the additional discount of 20,000 that I'm giving and the additional provision which is required to be created, because provisions are nothing but a charge against profit. So I need to charge it to P&L account. So 4,000, 20,000, 9,000. I'll be charging 33,000. Option D here will be the correct choice. दोनों क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल सेम है. उधर बस प्रोविजन फॉर बैड डेब्ट्स आ गया, इधर डिस्काउंट आ गया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which of the following is not a major consideration in selection and application of accounting policies? If I want to select an accounting policy, then which of the following is not at all a major consideration? Which of the following is not a major consideration? Any opinion? Any idea? The correct choice here will be consistency. If I want to select an accounting policy, then consistency is not at all the matter. If I have already selected a policy, then consistency is a matter, because now I need to consistently apply that policy. However, consistency is nowhere regarded in the selection method. Okay. The value of long-term investment in shares is subject to wide fluctuation. So if there is any kind of fluctuation in the long-term investment, a provision created against the fluctuation in the value of investment is based on which concept or convention? You can see that there are so many questions from concepts and conventions of accounting, a very, very important topic for your upcoming examination. Why do we make provisions? When we make provisions, we say that we are prudent. We are prudent. What should be the correct choice here, guys? The correct choice here will be conservatism, or we can call it as prudence. एक ही बात होती है, ठीक है? Prudence बोलो, conservatism बोलो. Next question, which of the following aspect is not covered in audit? Which of the following aspect is not covered in audit? The first one is examination of the system of accounting and internal control, that we do it in audit. Preparation of the books of accounts, that we don't do it in audit, that is purely accounting. Option C, reporting to the appropriate person or body, definitely we do it. Option D, verification of the authenticity and validity of the transaction. Option B here will be the correct choice, right? Option B here will be the correct choice. Preparation of the books of accounts, that's not the work an auditor does, right? An auditor is not doing this kind of work. So option B here will be the correct choice. Next is, which of the following set the scope, timing and direction of the audit, guides the development of the detailed audit plan? Overall program, overall audit strategy, completion memorandum, audit plan. What do you think is the correct choice? The correct choice here is overall audit strategy. Okay, overall audit strategy. So if you want to determine the scope, timing and direction, what will be the document? Overall audit strategy in audit program. We are having a detailed list of instructions and procedures for the auditor. In overall strategy, we are having everything like scope, timing, direction, कब कितनी audit करेंगे, क्या timing रहेगा, क्या direction रहेगा. Completion memorandum कब बनता है? जब आप audit complete कर चुके होते हो उसके बाद बनता है. ओके उसके अंदर सारी समराइज फाइंडिंग्स होती है ऑडिट की, कि हमने क्या क्या किया, कितनी टेस्टिंग करी. ऑडिट प्लान एक डिटेल्ड स्टेप और प्रोसीजर होता है जो कि हम फॉलो करते हैं ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ओवरऑल स्ट्रैटेजी. Now, next question is goodwill account is a which type of account? Is it a personal account, real account, nominal account, or expense account? It is a real account. Okay, it is a real account. Goodwill account is a real account. Why? Because it is an intangible account, and every tangible and intangible account falls in real account. Next is according to the AS1 accounting standard 1, which of the following are the fundamental accounting assumption? Now this thing we learn in the very first class always. Fundamental accounting assumption. Which of the following is a fundamental accounting assumption? Any idea, guys? Fundamental accounting assumption. A very simple and a very direct question. Yes, the correct choice here is option A, going concern, consistency and accrual. Okay, so as per accounting standard 1, the fundamental accounting assumption is going concern, consistency and accrual. Please remember this question, a very important. Whether you are giving EPFO examination, PFRDA, SEBI or RBI examination, this is very important. Which of the following statement is correct? Statement 1, capital reserves are normally created out of free or distributable profits. Statement B, dividend equalization reserve is an example of general reserve. Statement C, general reserves can be used only for some specific purpose. And statement D, profit is a charge against profit. Obviously this statement D is correct. Profits are charge against profit, right? Provisions are charge against profit. If we talk about the reserves, what is the difference between reserve and a provision? Reserve is an appropriation of profit, whereas provision is a charge against profit. That's the basic difference, right? That's the basic difference. Rest of the statements are incorrect. Next, which of the following is not an error of commission? Which of the following is not an error of commission? What are the error of commission? Any kind of clerical mistakes. Any kind of clerical mistakes in my organization will be called as error of commissions. Overcasting of the sales book, तो sales book को overstate कर दिया, overcast कर दिया. Option B, credit sales to Ramesh 5000 credited to his account. Credit sales थी 5000 की, उसके अकाउंट में क्रेडिट कर दिया. ऑप्शन सी, रॉन्ग बैलेंसिंग ऑफ मशीनरी अकाउंट, मशीनरी अकाउंट को गलत बैलेंस कर दिया. ऑप्शन डी, कैश सेल्स नॉट रिकॉर्डेड इन कैश बुक, रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं करी, आई हैवंट इवन रिकॉर्डेड इट. भाई अगर रिकॉर्ड ही नहीं करी है तो फिर क्या होगा ऐसे केस के अंदर? ये एरर ऑफ ओमिशन होता है, कमीशन नहीं होता. ऑप्शन डी इज करेक्ट. दिस इज नॉट एट ऑल एन एरर ऑफ कमीशन, दिस इज अ एरर ऑफ ओमिशन. ओके, आई हैव omitted to record it. I have omitted this particular transaction to record it, so option D here will be the correct choice. Next is which of the following statement about trial balance is correct? इनमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट ट्रायल बैलेंस के बारे में करेक्ट है? फर्स्ट वन, इट इज अ बुक कंटेनिंग डिफरेंट अकाउंट्स ऑफ एन एंटिटी. ऑप्शन बी, इट इज अ स्टेटमेंट कंटेनिंग बैलेंसेस ऑफ डेटर ऑफ एन एंटिटी. नहीं यार, सिर्फ डेटर का थोड़ी होता है बैलेंस. स्टेटमेंट सी, इट इज अ स्टेटमेंट कंटेनिंग द बैलेंस ऑफ डेटर एंड क्रेडिटर ऑफ एन एंटिटी. सिर्फ डेटर और क्रेडिटर का बैलेंस नहीं होता, बहुत सारे बैलेंस होते हैं. इट इज अ स्टेटमेंट कंटेनिंग द वेरियस लेजर बैलेंसेस of an entity on a particular date. Yes, option D here is the correct choice. Option D here will be the correct choice. Okay, option D सही है यहाँ पे. तो जितनी भी लेजर में क्लोजिंग बैलेंसेस बच गए, whatever closing balances I'm having in the ledger accounts, I'll be transferring it to the trial balance only. So it's nothing but a summarized form of closing balances of all the ledger accounts. Next is wages paid for installation of machinery is debited to which of the following account? I have paid wages for the installation of the machinery. Is debited to which account? Is debited to which account? I have paid wages for the installation of my machinery. Is it a expenditure account like wage account, or is it a capital expenditure? What do you think, guys? Do I need to include this in my cost of machinery, or I need to just treat it as a revenue expenditure? What are your opinion on this particular thing? It is a capital expenditure. Okay, I'll be debiting it directly to machine account. I'll be increasing the value of machinery. Why? Because without installation I cannot use my machine, right? So for the first time installation I always capitalize it. Next is when are the current liabilities payable? यार इससे simple question नहीं आ सकता था एग्जामिनेशन के अंदर. करंट लाइबिलिटी को कब पे करोगे? ऑब्वियसली बात है यार, विद इन 1 ईयर करेंगे, विद इन 12 मंथ्स करेंगे. Is the total of debit and credit side of a trial balance is always the same? क्या ऐसा जरूरी है कि ट्रायल बैलेंस का टोटल हमेशा मैच हो जाए डेबिट और क्रेडिट का? क्या आप लोगों से कभी लाइफ में गलती हो ही नहीं सकती? डेफिनेटली वी आर ह्यूमंस, वी कैन मेक मिस्टेक्स, राइट? सो देयर आर सम टाइम्स दैट द बैलेंस वोंट मैच, and that's why we prepare trial balance. What is the meaning of trial balance? We are just trying to match the balance. We are just trying to match the balance. That's called as trial balance, right? मैच हो गया तो बहुत बढ़िया बात है. नहीं मैच हुआ, that means there is some kind of mistake in your journal or ledger. That's the meaning of trial balance. Next is which of the following is the first book in which the transactions of a business unit are recorded? Which is the very first book in which the transactions of business are recorded? This is a very simple question. I hope इसका तो आंसर आप आराम से कर लोगे. So any opinion, guys? What should be the correct choice here? What should be the correct choice here? क्या लगता है आप लोगों को? What should be the correct choice? The correct choice here is obviously journal. We call it as book of primary entry. Why we call it as book of primary entry? Because it's the first time that I have recorded a transaction. Next is which of the following denotes gross profit? Which of the following denotes gross profit? How to calculate gross profit? Cost of goods sold plus opening stock? No. Sales minus cost of goods sold? Yes. This is the correct formula. Sales minus cost of the goods sold. Let's suppose I have sold goods worth rupees 1 lakh. The cost was 80,000, so my gross profit is 20,000. Option B here is the correct choice. Next is what is the underlying accounting concept that supports no anticipation of profit but provision for all the possible losses? Again a question from concept and convention of accounting. That's why I'm saying कि ये सबसे important होगा आपके UPSC examination के लिए. Do not anticipate profits but anticipate all the losses. That's the very first thing that we study in our paid class, right? Conservatism, which we also call it as prudence. Which we also call it as prudence. Next is which of the following accounting concept is applied by an entity when events such as a new competitor entering the market and there is a shift between production and marketing departments that are not disclosed in the books of accounts? Is this a financial transaction, guys? A new competitor has entered the market and because of that there are many strategic changes happening in my company. That's not at all a financial transaction. That's why we never record this in books of accounts. Why? Because on the basis of money measurement concept, we only record transaction on the basis of financial, being a financial transaction or not. Next is, which of the following concerns prepare the receipt and payment account? Trading concern, non-trading, manufacturing, or companies registered under the Companies Act. The correct choice here is non-trading concerns. Okay, trading concerns are not preparing the receipt and payment account. Basically, not for profit organizations are only preparing your receipt and payment account and income and expenditure account. Which of the following statement is correct about the income and expenditure account? Which of the following statement is correct about the income and expenditure account? It's a real account, it's a personal account, it's a nominal account, or it is a representative personal account. It is a nominal account. It is just like P&L account, right? It is just like P&L account. So if we are profit making entities, हम क्या बनाते हैं? P&L account बनाते हैं. However, if we are not for profit organization, then we prepare the income and expenditure account. It's a nominal account. The idea is just to ascertain whether we are having a surplus or a deficit. Just like that, we are preparing profit and loss account in the profit making entities. The idea is to ascertain कि profit हो रहा है कि loss हो रहा है. वैसे ही यहाँ पे हम देखते हैं कि surplus हो रहा है या deficit हो रहा है. Okay, next is again from your inventory valuation AS2. You need to use the LIFO method, last in first out, and you need to calculate the closing stock value of inventory on 31st January. You need to calculate the closing stock valuation based on LIFO method, last in first out. तो याद रखना, जो latest stock आया है उसमें से सबसे पहले जाएगा. However, please do remember they have given you dates, so you need to proceed in a chronological manner. You need to proceed in a chronological manner. अगर आपने chronological manner follow नहीं किया, so आपका पूरा question यहाँ गलत हो जाएगा. So I can see that on 1st of January I was already having inventory in my opening stock 200 units at the rate 7 rupee. Then on 8th of January I purchased 1100 units at 8 rupees. Then again I purchased on 25th January 300 units at the rate 9 rupee. On 6th January we issued 100 units. On 9th January I issued 200 units. So let's follow the LIFO method and compute the valuation of closing stock. LIFO means last in first out. जो last में आया वो सबसे पहले जाएगा. So what is the first sales I have made? 6th of January. On 6th of January, how much stock I was having? I was having only the opening stock. Obviously 6th of January को जब मैंने 100 यूनिट्स बेचे तो कहाँ से बेचे होंगे? ओपनिंग स्टॉक में से तो बेचे होंगे, बाकी तो सब 6th of January के बाद खरीदा है, राइट? सो कहना है से मेरे ओपनिंग स्टॉक में से कितना बच गया होगा? 200 यूनिट्स था, 100 यूनिट्स मैंने सेल कर दिया. सो 100 यूनिट्स बच गया होगा क्लोजिंग स्टॉक में एट द रेट 7. फिर उसके बाद कितना इशू किया? 200 यूनिट्स ऑन 9th January. अब 9th January को इशू किया तो ओपनिंग स्टॉक में से नहीं किया, बिकॉज वी आर फॉलोइंग लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. व्हाट वाज द मटेरियल दैट लास्ट केम इनटू पिक्चर? 8th January को एक नया मटेरियल आया था ना. अब 9th को इशू कर रहा हूं तो 8th वाला यूज करूंगा, राइट? अगर 9th को इशू कर रहा हूं, सेल कर रहा हूं, तो 8th वाला यूज करूंगा, बिकॉज लास्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. जो सबसे लास्ट में आया है, 8th वाला सबसे लास्ट में आया था, वो सबसे पहले बाहर जाएगा, राइट? सो इस 1100 में से 200 सेल हो गया होगा. सो कितना बच गया होगा? 900 यूनिट्स बच गया होगा. द वैल्यूएशन इज 8 रुपी. और भी परचेज किया था 300 एट द रेट 9. सो 300 एट द रेट 9, ये तो पूरा का पूरा बच गया होगा. सो इफ आई टोटल दीज थ्री थिंग्स, व्हाट आई विल बी गेटिंग हियर? How much I'll be getting here? 700 plus 7200 plus 2700. $10,600 is the correct choice. Okay, 10,600 will be the correct choice here. Option C. This is the LIFO method. Now we need to calculate as per the FIFO method. Same question, same data. We need to use the FIFO method. First in, first out. जो पहले आया वो पहले गया. So in FIFO method, I'll be first consuming whatever I am having in the opening stock or in my earlier purchase, not the latest purchase, in the past purchase. So कब इशू किया था? 6th of January को 100 यूनिट्स इशू किए, तो सबसे पहले 1st of January से कंज्यूम कर लूंगा. सो ओपनिंग स्टॉक 200 यूनिट्स था, इसमें से 100 तो कंज्यूम हो गया. सो एज ऑफ नाउ मेरे पास 100 यूनिट्स पड़ा हुआ है. वापस इशू किया 9th of January को 200. अब पहले आई विल कंज्यूम फ्रॉम द ओपनिंग स्टॉक. व्हाई? बिकॉज आई एम फॉलोइंग द फीफो मेथड, फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. जो पहले आया वो पहले जाएगा. सो 100 यूनिट जो बचा हुआ था उसमें से 100 और गया, ये तो 0 हो गया. यहां तो 200 सप्लाई करना है. 100 तो यू हैव सप्लाइड फ्रॉम योर ओपनिंग स्टॉक, 100 बच गया. 100 और सप्लाई करना है, कहां से करूंगा? सेकेंड वाले लॉट में से. सो 1100 में से भी 100 चला जाएगा. कितना बच गया? 1000 यूनिट्स बच गया एट द रेट 8 रुपी. उसके बाद ये वाला परचेज तो एज इट इज बच गया 300 यूनिट्स एट द रेट 9 रुपीज. सो कहना है से दैट 8000 प्लस 2700, दैट मीन्स 10,700 will be the correct choice here. This is the valuation as per FIFO method. Now if you are giving PFRDA, EPFO, SEBI, for all the 3 exams, these questions like this will be important, because in SEBI and PFRDA also we are having these kind of questions, right? Overhauling expenses of 25,000 for the engine of motor car to get a better fuel efficiency is what kind of expenditure? Deferred revenue expenditure, capital, revenue expenditure, or revenue receipt? So because of this expenditure, my motor car engine got better, it got more efficient. So can I say that it increased the life of engine or the efficiency of engine? So it's nothing but a capital expenditure. Okay, it's nothing but a capital expenditure. This is from the AS 10, Accounting Standard 10. Okay. Which of the following statement is not correct? You need to identify the false statement from the following information. Depreciation is a non-cash expense. ये तो सही है यार. This is true. Depreciation is the process of valuation of asset. False. यहीं से पता चल गया option B is false. और भी statement देख लेते हैं. The main cause of depreciation is wear and tear. ये तो सही है. This is true. First one is true. B वाली false है. Depreciation must be charged so as to ascertain the true profit and loss of a business. Obviously this is also true. So option B here is incorrect. This is not at all a valuation of asset method. Asset के valuation method होते हैं cost method और revaluation method. Okay, depreciation is a expense, non-cash expense. This is not a method of valuation. Next question is the insurance claim received on account of machinery damaged completely by fire. Let's suppose I was having a machine. Now this is a asset, this is a fixed asset in my business, this is a capital expenditure, right? I have done a capital expenditure, I can say that. So let's suppose this machinery is destroyed because of fire or because of earthquake. I'll be receiving insurance amount. I'll be receiving insurance claim. I'll be receiving because this particular machinery was insured. What kind of amount this insurance claim is all about? Is it a capital receipt? Is it a revenue receipt? Capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, it can never be an expenditure. This is a receipt. The first thing is it is a receipt. What kind of receipt it is? Capital or revenue? Obviously it is against capital asset. It is against fixed asset, so it will be a capital receipt. Option A here is the correct choice. Next, in the last question for today, guys, which of the following error is not detected by the trial balance? So let me know in the comment section your thoughts, okay? And later on I'll be posting this answer in the comment section itself. So thank you so much, guys. In case if you are having any query, you can always reach out to us. Plus we have already launched the course on your EPFO EO, AO and APFC 2025. So this will be a complete course having 400 live classes plus video lectures, summary notes of all the subjects and all the topics. You will be also getting 20 full length mock test and 45 sectional mock test. Plus you will be getting weekly and monthly current affairs coverage as well. And these are the faculty members you can enroll if you are preparing for this examination. In case if you are having any query, you can always reach out to me. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care. And do let me know in your opinion in the comment section. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. Bye bye. Take care.